My name's Dale Scott, and I'm an artist. I've been drawing ever since I can remember, man. Since I was about 2, 3 years old, man, I can remember myself drawing my dad at home, us watching Happy Days, Matlock, things of that nature, especially in the heat of the night for those who love it. At that age, I had no choice but to love it because, man, we couldn't control the TV. My dad would come home from work, he would sit on the sofa, go to sleep, put on that, and I'd be sitting there with a sheet of paper, drawing for hours, man, working on my craft. First drawings I could kind of remember was me just drawing 18-wheelers, dump trucks, because that's what my dad was into, so I was into it. And we just really kept just pushing the budget, pushing it, growing, man, just trying to learn about the details of the dump truck, learning about putting the pipes, the stacks, making sure I had my big dog on the front, make sure my grill was straight, and just continue to grow from there. Drawing motorcycles and even drawing cars, man, because my dad was in drag racing and stuff like that, so. One of the early influences I had was Miss Yo. Miss Yo was my first teacher. She just saw the skill and the talent that I had within, and she kept on pushing us to grow, kept giving us more art projects, and she just kept wanting us to just get better and better. I remember even back then, I used to draw X-Men characters, feeding for quarters, so that was my way of getting my money up at a young age, hustling. One of my early influences, even up on my craft and my style, was my brother Chris Scott. I used to take his talented art books to school and show them to my friends, and we were just amazed at it, man. Shucks. He was our hood Picasso. You know, he was better than us than any other artist. You couldn't tell me nobody was better because, dude, that was the person we looked up to. So we would sit down there studying his portraits, studying his cartoons, and studying the way that he did things, and we would emulate it until we got it down pat. Eventually, later on, we would take that and grow and develop it, put our own twist to it, but just him being the basis for what we started off on, man, you couldn't tell me nobody did it better. Growing up and being older, you know, we had people look up to us, so now when I got older in middle school and in high school, we became what my brother was to us, to other people. So just growing around with our talented art books, just showing people and just, you know, have people coming to us and telling us like, man, y'all the best. It was just a great feeling. But truly not even knowing to the extent of the impact that art can have or how much impact we can have on our peers. When I look back at it, something I probably would have done better or would have done different, probably would have took my chance to even go do more things with art. At the time frame, internet was just popping off. We didn't necessarily was exposed to a lot. So when I look back at it, I probably would have went to art school or done something else. None of our teachers really opened us up and exposed us to tell us to like, okay, what we can do as an artist. Maybe I can be a cartoonist, or I can be a graphic designer, or I can be things of that nature, and really just grow. At that time frame where we were from, there's no such thing as being an artist. You know, you can't feed your family with colors or crayons. So it was like, man, either you're gonna go do something that's gonna make money, be an engineer, or because art wasn't gonna do it, it wasn't gonna cut it. So we did what we had to do. When I went to school, my mom wanted me to go to school for nursing, my dad wanted me to go to school for P-Tech. Man, I just wanted to do something that was going to be inspiring and creative to me. Now myself, 30 years old, I'm doing what I want to do on my free time, of course, until I be able to cut the checks, pay the bills. I do art on the side. I can remember being around 12 and 13 years old, man. Ever since then, we've always wanted to have our own clothing company. Me, my cousin Bubba, Wendell, and my boy Dale DR, man, we had our group from kindergarten all the way up through, man. We were the Fire Boys, so we always wanted to make sure that people knew it. So we would have our little custom medallions we used to make with our drawings on it and our names on it, or we would have our shirts and things of that. So, man, we've been making shirts and making designs since I can ever remember. I remember being in art class, flipping out images in Photoshop, printing them on those little screen prints and ironing it on in class and even at home and going to the games and stuff and wearing our clothes, man, too. When I was in high school, I took it a step further. I would paint my own shoes. I would paint them, try to paint them as close to stock as possible and think that people was fresh. I'd take my brother's old Air Force Ones and begin to paint them in art class. And eventually that just continued to grow. Other people wanted to do it and stuff like that. But, you know, can't let nobody bite my style. Can't paint their shoes for them. Paint my own. To even now, to where now that thing's become mainstream, where people are painting shoes and doing custom artwork. So it's amazing to look back and see the things we used to do in fun to where somebody took it to the next level, and now people are making legit money and are become accomplished artists at these things which we just played around with and didn't think it was nothing. We thought it was just something else. What keeps me going? That's one of the questions I ask everybody with these interviews. And one of the things that keeps me going as an artist is that there's so many things that we can do creatively that we haven't even fathomed because we haven't been exposed to it. Like right now, what I'm doing right now, creating these little documentaries and doing these interviews, never got exposed to it. Got a taste of it, thought maybe I could try it, and once I tried it, I loved it. To even doing just even custom artwork to put to the world. I was a little scared and nervous about it at first because, you know, not everybody gonna like your stuff. But at the same time, that's what art's for. Not everybody gonna like it, but it's made for that niche people, those people who find what you do creative and love it. Even when you think about it, people didn't necessarily love Picasso work at first. You know, he blew up after he died. Me, myself, I ain't trying to die before somebody start liking my stuff. So hopefully you like it, you subscribe, do whatever you gotta do to jump on board, man. Started Underground State of Art in 2012, but really, the idea popped in my head a long time ago before that. What it stands for is just those things which often go overlooked. Art is something that shouldn't be hid. I think even back where I'm from, small town on a blip of radar in the middle of nowhere that nobody necessarily might know about, even care to know about, we don't get much exposure. But even now in the social media age we live, man, it's easy to get exposure. I mean, once you put a photo out there, it's across the world. People are liking your stuff, they're looking at it, they're passing through it. And now, just to be a platform for other artists who may be overlooked, to let them know, like, man, you're really special, to put a highlight on that tattoo artist who might be in a hole in the wall, but he is really the best tattoo artist and the best artist that is around, but often people don't know about it. Or that guy who's creating some stuff on a whole nother level that is overlooked. And even to highlight even some of the mainstream people that people often go around and they're wearing their work but don't even know who they're wearing, to where now they can begin to know about those people, begin to know those names, they can connect the dots. What does art mean to me? To me, art is essential, art is life. I feel like it's a part of the fabric of every individual. Everybody has a creative gene to do whatever they want. I feel like if you strip the creativity from people, the world would be bland, you know? I feel like that's the thing that gives the world its color. When people let their own individuality, you know what I'm saying, speak for itself, to where you're not confined to that box of which people try to put you in, to with the mainstream, and you could just be free to express who you are creatively. I even think back to the time frame when I lost my voice for a short period of time. It was like one of the most agonizing time frames in my life, just because I couldn't express myself in that function or that capacity. Because I love to sing. I feel like, man, everything that I do is just me expressing myself freely. And that's about it, man. Look out for some more of these fly videos. If you like, comment, subscribe. Holla at your boy. Let me see if I have anything else. My favorite artist, Jimmy J.J. Walker. Nah, nah, he wasn't my favorite. But nah, man. I don't know. I didn't do enough homework for this one. But it's cold out here. We're gonna get some Cane's or Chick-fil-A. You can press that stop button.